is Dr. Darren Weissman. And for those of you that are meeting me for the first time, it is really a pleasure and an honor to meet you. I've been a holistic chiropractic physician for the past 24 years. And I've been living it. And as a result of my own struggles and my passion to support myself and clients with quick and natural ways to create positive focus and sustainable change. On June 17th, 2002, I woke up to what's called the LifeLine Technique flowchart. And it is a breathtaking 16-step process for getting to the emotional root, the subconscious core of symptoms, of stress, of disease that we experience as human beings. The LifeLine technique helps us to create real change, whether it be changing your thoughts, whether it be that you're overwhelmed with certain feelings about what's going on or memories, how you see the future, whether it be limiting beliefs that you have about yourself and your life and what you're capable of. The LifeLine helps to bring out your best. And I've been working with just an incredible international team. The LifeLine Center has been educating and empowering people with real tools and a daily practice for creating optimal health and balance and purpose through what is called the LifeLine certification program. My vision, my friends, is world peace to inner peace. And it begins with each and every one of us. And I'm so in awe because right now there are over 600 certified LifeLine practitioners in 24 countries around the world. I am in awe. The youngest person to become certified was 16. And she's pregnant right now and getting married. And the eldest was in her late 80s. And it's really been an incredible, incredible blessing. I feel so blessed and so honored. Not to toot my horn, but just to express just my background. I was nominated the top holistic doctor in Chicago in 2010. I'm currently serving as the thought leader for the United Breast Cancer Foundation and the United Women's Health Organization. Many people that come to work with me are experiencing a cancer conversation. And I want to have this dialogue between you and I come from a multitude of points. And one, straight off the bat, is that when someone comes in, they're scared. They're scared. There's a lot going on. Their own feelings, their friends and families, how they feel, the pain that their body's in, circumstances that are going on. There's a lot happening. And I tell each and every person that the most important thing that you do when you're facing a cancer conversation, when this is what's on your plate, is you got to form a dream team. You've got to form a dream team. It's so imperative to create positive, life-affirming support system, people that you trust. So from an oncologist who specializes in the cancer conversation, to nutritionist and letting food be your medicine, acupuncture, meditation, essential oils, friends, family. You got to create a dream team. But what I say as I'm in my room here in this office and people are on the other side of this desk is I say that your very most important aspect of your dream team is your mind. Your mindset is the most powerful tool or the greatest tormentor to this experience in this dialogue of cancer. Now, what makes this a fascinating adventure is that most of the mind's below the surface. Most of the mind is subconscious, like a submarine. 90 to 98% of the mind is below the surface, and the subconscious mind, what it's doing incredibly is it's orchestrating the healing of your body. Every one of the trillions of cells in your body is not, you're not in charge of them. You don't have to tell your body to fight infection. You don't have to tell your stem cells to form new cells. You don't have to tell yourself to breathe. All that's going on a subconscious level. The thing about it is that the subconscious mind stores memories. It stores memories. And as a result, these memories affect our perception. And when memories are not processed, and I'm going to go into this in a great depth, these memories affect our perception. And those memories that are not processed become an emotionally charged memory. It becomes an emotional cancer. And it affects the way we think. It affects the way we feel. It affects our behavior. It affects our biology. And so getting to the root of the subconscious mind, that's the key to extinguishing emotional cancer, that emotional cancer that's altering who we really are. Who you really are? Beautiful, confident, courageous, hilarious, fun, in the moment, in the flow, great, fully engaged. It's who we are. But when we get triggered, and we all do, it's a humbling process. Even when you've got the tools, we get triggered because the subconscious mind's a part of who we are. So part of our dream team has got to be LifeLine. You've got to have the LifeLine technique as a part of your dream team because everyone else is working on a conscious level to support you. And the conscious essence of who we are makes up 2 to 10%. I want to get the 90 to 98% on board. I want 90 to 98% of me working for me. I want the 2 to 10. I'll take all of it, right? So we get our dream team together because we're able and capable of working on a subconscious level. As a LifeLine practitioner working with clients, we're able to get to the deepest level. The heart of the matter is what I call it. And it's the energy of who we are. You are energy. Cancer is energy. And energy is always in motion. That's what makes it energy. So our energy in motion is our emotion. And I've come to understand that our body and our life speak to us. Literally speak. And it's in a language that people don't understand. I'm sure that wasn't really good pronunciation, but that's Mandarin saying, "Excuse me, miss, do you speak Chinese?" It's like, if you don't speak a language, then you can't dialogue. And if you're in a foreign country and you're looking for a bathroom and you don't have an interpreter and you don't speak the language, it's a tough situation. And that happens with us. That happens with our bodies. And I tell you, I've come to understand and know that at the root of every symptom, stress, and disease, including cancer, is a memory. Is a memory that is not fully processed, that is emotionally charged. And when it gets triggered, we reactively see and feel and hear and function. We are in a reactive mode. Symptoms, stress, and disease, rather than being something that is wrong, I get it. It feels wrong. Rather than it's bad, I get it. It feels bad. It's meaningful. It's not random. And when it comes to the word cancer, let alone the devastating impact it's having with millions of people, children, mothers, fathers, our sisters, our brothers, grandparents, our best friends. You know, it's this, can seem like this Herculean type of effort to see cancer as meaningful. It's like, how could that be meaningful? That was my mom. That was my child. I get it. I've had my own personal and family journey with cancer. This is a very difficult conversation. And I am coming forward and speaking about it because I have to. Because I know what I know. I have to share what I know. And I appreciate that what we're talking about is so sensitive and so vulnerable and so painful. It is the real deal. And rather than having a pink elephant in the room where we don't discuss the heart of the matter, rather than looking at it as, well, I've done this, I've done that. What did I do wrong? Why did it come back? No judgment. I understand the judgment. There's nothing wrong. There's no failure here. I encourage you to be your human self. And what I mean by this is that humans are curious by nature. You're curious. And I encourage you to be curious with me. I encourage you to put on your wetsuit, put on your oxygen tank, put on your mask, and go with me for a deep dive. Go with me for a deep dive into the subconscious realm so that we can begin to understand maybe something just a little bit different, but it begins to make a big difference. It begins to make a big difference. I've worked with a lot of people. Some people who are my best friends who have died from cancer. Michelle Jacob. God, I love her. With love and gratitude. You know? And people that I've worked with that are alive and have used the LifeLine and have made massive impacts and changes and recognize the portal of this devastating human experience that is ravaging our planet. And I want to encourage you that at any point during our time together, where you find yourself being triggered, where you find yourself, where you're angry, I get it, where you're scared, where you're so sad. I'm so sad. You know, I'm so sad. Where you're in a place of grief, I encourage you to hold your hand like this. It means I love you. Put it over your beautiful heart. Your best self, your highest self is in your heart. And give yourself infinite love and gratitude. Infinite love and gratitude. It works. It will help you to stay present. Bless you, Wendy. Infinite love and gratitude. Stay present so that we can unleash within ourselves, become a light for others, so that we step into the next greatest version of ourselves. Cancer is a conversation. And today, right now, you and I are bridging the gap between the conversation of cancer and emotional cancer. Who am I? Extinguishing emotional cancer that alters who we are? It's a real powerful dialogue. It's really powerful. You know, and perhaps right now, you've chosen to join me for this webinar because you're currently experiencing cancer. Perhaps you've chosen to join me for this webinar We've had hundreds of people sign up for this webinar. This has struck a chord. And for those that can't be on live because of the technology of things, you'll hear this in the replay. Thank you for showing up. Maybe it's a friend or a family member and you want to know more because you felt helpless on how to move through this. We are going to go into this portal, and I want you to just in this moment acknowledge for yourself why you're here. Acknowledge for yourself what you're hoping to learn and gain from our time together. I'm going to go into the subconscious explanation of emotional cancer. I'm going to parallel it to physical cancer because it's how my mind works. I see everything subconsciously. I see everything emotionally. I've trained myself to do this. I'm going to guide you and make this experiential. I'm going to guide you through a process so that you can understand that there's things that you can do. At the end, if you have questions, I'll take as many questions as I possibly can. And I'll give you an experience. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Our greatest power is in the moment, the present moment. When we're in an experience and a conversation of cancer, it's so common that we reactively become anxious and worried and fearful about the future. It's so common that we reactively start to regret or get stuck in the past. So the key to begin our journey of emotional cancer is about being here right now. And I want to guide everyone through what's called the connection. And the connection is a process that acknowledges the energy field of the body and that there's points on our physical being that, like touching a cell phone, you can activate apps and functions by touching different parts of your body. You activate certain functions of your body that specifically get you here, like tuning an instrument, like charging that phone so that you can use all of its incredible wisdom. When you hear me say infinite love and gratitude, I encourage you to say it as well. And join me right now in connecting to the present moment before we dive into the delicate nature of this topic. Take 5 fingers like this, place it over your heart, over your crown. This is your spirit point. Your spirit's pure love, and this is a journey of love. Other hand on your heart, right on the center of your chest. What we're doing is we're aligning the energy of our spirit with our body in this present moment. And I invite you to repeat infinite love and gratitude. Lift up the crown, place it back. We're raising the energy of our body that's naturally designed to heal. Its intelligence is whole with our spirit. Infinite love and gratitude. At the same time, take them both away, touch them down. We're unifying our spirit and our body as one field of pure love, infinite love and gratitude. Relax yourself. Take a healing breath. Either hand is perfect. Put it right over your third eye. What you're doing right now is you're connecting to the power of your mind. Your mind's power is infinite. And take your other hand and put it over your heart. So we align the infinite power of our mind with every cell in our body right now. Infinite love and gratitude. Keep your hand on your heart, take this away, touch it back. We're raising the vibration of our body with our mind. Infinite love and gratitude. At the same time, take them both away and touch them down. You're unifying your mind and body as one infinite field. Everything is possible when the mind and body work together. Everything. Go ahead and say it. Everything is possible. Healing is my nature. Infinite love and gratitude. Relax yourself and take a healing breath. Hand in the I love you posture. Point it down to the ground and think about nature. Think about this gorgeous planet. Connect to her gravity. She's holding you down, and now plug on in, go. And with your other hand, swoop it into your heart as you bring in the nature of the elements, water and trees, fire, the mountains, everything that's going on in life, especially the experience of cancer. Let's flow through it like water. Let's be a big ocean wave. Let's be a seed of potential and all grow. I invite you to repeat. My body is thriving. Infinite love and gratitude. Stay plugged in. Hand that's on the heart, put it flat on your forehead. I invite you to repeat, my mind is thriving. Infinite love and gratitude. Take this hand, all the fingers, including the thumb, touch it to the crown. We're awakening our spirit to the thriving nature of Mother Nature's spirit. My spirit is thriving. Infinite love and gratitude. Relax. Take a healing breath. Both hands together in a prayer posture. Connect to what your faith is, your highest self. There is so much greatness in you right now. And bring that into your heart so you can feel your highest self here right now. And I invite you to repeat, my body is one with my highest self. All is well. Infinite love and gratitude. Hand in the prayer posture over the forehead. My mind is one with my highest self. All is well. Infinite love and gratitude. Bring it all the way up. My spirit is one with my highest self. We are all one. Infinite love and gratitude. Take a deep breath and welcome. Welcome to the present moment. Now I want to explain something. Our cells are constantly adapting to an ever-changing environment. This environment is multifold in the sense that whether it be just the seasonal changes that go on, let alone the technological advances, let alone the foods that you're eating, the circumstances of family, what is in your water, all the different things, your body is constantly adapting and mutating to adapt to the different circumstances that go on in life. It's natural for a cell to mutate and adapt. And what's so brilliant, absolutely brilliant, is that you've got something called an immune system. And your immune system's function is to be able to say, hey, this is me, this is not me, and I'm going to have a checks and balances, and I'm going to, this mutated cell, I'm going to take care of that. That bacteria, that allergen, I'm going to take care of that. This cancer cell, immune system, it's on, I'm going to take care of that. It's brilliant. Now, for a multitude of reasons, the immune system is compromised. It can be a whole other webinar. But for a multitude of reasons, the immune system is compromised. And now when the immune system is compromised, its ability to tell self from non-self, whether it be a bacteria, a virus, a yeast, a mold, whether it be, hey, that's my kidney, that's my liver, that's my blood cell. Now it doesn't recognize self from non-self. It gets confused. It's under the guise of a program. And now it's in this reactive state. And when it comes to a conversation called cancer, and depending upon where that cancer is in the body, where it goes, there's a whole science that then labels the type of cancer that it is. I see everything emotionally. I see everything as a metaphor, as something else. When it's going on in one place, it's going on in another place. And when we look at that from a relationship of, all right, it's natural for the body to mutate based upon adaptation. Cells mutate, they change. All cells do it, but the immune system recognizes it. When we look at it from an emotional point of view, there is no bad emotion. There is no wrong emotion. There's just emotions that feel bad and feel wrong. Big time. Certain emotions absolutely suck. It's horrible. It is. We all know it. However, there's no bad or wrong emotions. You and I are emotional beings. You think about a child goes from laughing, being silly, to crying, having a temper tantrum, back to laughing and silly in the next second. Fall asleep, eat, poop, silly, angry, sad. You know, that's actually natural. It's natural. We're emotional. Now, when we don't have an ability to process particular emotions, when we don't know how to process anger, fear, sadness, insecurity, these emotions mutate. They change. And when they change, anger in its mutated state, when the emotional immune system is not able to tell self from non-self, anger turns into rage, hatred. Fear turns into panic. Sadness turns into despair. Low self-esteem turns into social isolation. And the list goes on. Emotions, first and foremost, once again, like cells that mutate, all cells are normal, all emotions are normal. But when we cannot recognize a cell or an emotion, it mutates. And what I find to be so amazing is that a mutated cell, once that immune system is turned off, the immune system turned off, that cell is immortal. That cell becomes reactive and rogue, and it just goes. There was this woman who, her name was Henrietta Lacks. And on February 8th, 1951, she had cancer cells taken from her cervix, and they were put into a petri dish. And they've been kept alive since 1951. They don't die. Cancer cells don't have what, I'm going to use a fancy word, they don't have what's called apoptosis. Another name of that is programmed cell death. They don't know when to stop. There's no checks and balances. Well, that happens on an emotional level. And it happens on an emotional level when we don't have tools, strategies, or support to process emotions. People don't know how to process their own emotions. These emotions mutate. They metastasize. And they influence the way we think. Bless you, Cindy. They influence the way that we think, the way that we feel, the way we speak, the way we behave. They influence even our biology. When these emotions get triggered in our heart, and our heart is beating with this emotional cancer of fear that's now panic, anger that's now rage, insecurity that's now self-defeat and self-destruct, it sends signals to our brain, and our brain produces chemicals, molecules of emotion, of emotional cancer, that then circulate through our body, bind to our receptor sites on our cells, and influence the function of our physical body from an emotional point of view. Another fancy word, it's called psychoneuroimmunology. These emotional chemicals, another fancy word is they're called neuropeptides. The bottom line is understanding the immune system. The immune system represents this system that is able to tell self from non-self. Now, from an emotional point of view, if I don't know who I am, and I'm changing, I'm mutating for my dad, for my mom, for my sister, for my brother, for my coworkers, for my boss, I change who I am for the sake of others at the expense of myself, I'm expressing emotional cancer. It's amazing here because cancer itself, emotional cancer itself, gets us to this place of asking really the most spiritual question we as human beings could ever ask ourselves. It is the ultimate existential question, spiritual question. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I to mom? Who am I to my father? Who am I to my friends, my kids? Who am I to God? Who am I? When I keep changing who I am at the expense of who I am for the sake of others, I don't know who I am. This is the lens, the filter, the subconscious attractor field associated with emotional cancer. Now, what's amazing is everyone, in my experience, who has physical cancer has emotional cancer. But not everyone who has emotional cancer has diagnosable cancer. The key is to understand our emotions and the role that they play. Emotions, when it comes to Chinese medicine, are the qi, are the life force that flow throughout our body. There's all these pathways in our body that are called acupuncture meridians. I call them emotional channels because our emotions, our life force flows through there. When there are moments and times in life where, hey, big boys don't cry. I'll give you something to cry about. And we suppress our emotions and we learn to tiptoe and walk on eggshells. There's something wrong with being emotional when all emotions are natural. They feel bad, they feel wrong, they're not bad, they're not wrong. They're actually our most powerful, empowering tool that we can use to create real change. I've come to understand that healing is not a rational process. It is an emotional process. It's an emotional process. And having a value for your emotions is a wonderful step to discovering a whole new level of yourself, your life, and the circumstances that you on your soulful journey are facing. I want you to take a moment right now, whether it be that you are currently going through a cancer conversation, or someone in your life is. I want you to take a moment, just think about it. Think about what cancer means to you and the personal family impact it's had, financial impact it's had. In the Lifeline, I want to teach you something here. The second step of the Lifeline is about being intentional. And there's 4 parts to being intentional. There's 4 parts to being intentional. And the first is to be an observer. And remember what I said at the beginning? See everything as a portal rather than a problem. As you think about cancer, people that you know, yourself, as you think about the physical and emotional impact, the stress of it, and you notice the emotion that it builds up, nod your head if you can connect to the emotional stress with cancer. Nod your head if you can connect to the emotional stress with cancer. I have a question for you. And it's the second part of this step 2 in the Lifeline. If you were given the opportunity to create your life, a day, a moment, would you ever choose to create it feeling the way that you're feeling? Would you ever choose to create it changing who you are at the expense of yourself for the sake of others? Would you ever choose to create it with cancer for yourself? Does anyone ever choose this? The answer is a big hell no. Not one person ever chooses cancer. This is not a choice. And so the reason that I'm saying, and like, duh, Darren, but listen to this. When you're aware, meaning you're conscious, and you're observing something, your conscious observing mind can choose things only by being aware. Oh, here's my headphones. I'm going to put them on. If I didn't know they were there, I can't put them on. Only by being consciously aware of something can you make a choice. The choices that you make create the changes in your life. When something's not changing, and cancer never changes, it reacts. It does the same act again and again and again. People don't die from cancer. People die because the cancer cells keep spreading and they starve that area because the other cells don't get nutrition and oxygen to those areas. They just keep going. When, of course, we don't choose it, but what that means is something triggers cancer, physical symptoms, something triggers the emotional reaction of changing who we are for the sake of others. And that reactive part, that part that's being triggered is called our subconscious. The subconscious mind is called the reactive mind. It doesn't choose, it doesn't judge. When triggered, it takes over. It takes over. It doesn't matter what a great person you are. It doesn't have an attachment to an outcome. The subconscious mind only reacts, does the same act again and again. So I want to teach you this part so that when it comes to emotional mutation and changing who you are for the sake of others at the expense of yourself, as you look at those situations and circumstances in your life and you go, wait a second, I wouldn't choose to walk on eggshells. I wouldn't choose to hide my real self. Well, the key is, of course not, what do you choose? So the third part, after you've consciously observed your body, you consciously observed your life as a portal. The second part, truth question. Would I choose this? The $1 million question. Hell no, I wouldn't choose it. The third is set an intention. Be intentional. That's why I was saying at the beginning, when someone's really facing the conversation of cancer, be intentional and get a dream team together. Align yourself with people that you trust and you love, that you know are supporting you in an authentic way for you, whatever that means to you. Set an intention. Now, this is such a tricky thing. And the reason that it's tricky, especially with the topic that we're on right now, is that when we're diagnosed with cancer, what's our focus? Make the cancer go away. Make it go away. I want it gone. I want it gone. I get it. I get it. But I want you to hear something. What we focus on grows. What we focus on grows. Guess what? If I'm focusing on something that I want to go away, what am I focusing on? Dang. It's like, wait a second. So what do? Here's what we do. As powerful as the subconscious mind is to have emotional cancer reactions going on, influencing our body, influencing our behavior, the most powerful thing, way more, exponentially more powerful than the subconscious mind, is your heart. Is your beautiful heart. Your beautiful heart is way more powerful. And the key is focus from your heart where you're going. Your heart knows your next step. And I want you to hear this. It might not know the next 15 steps, but it knows the next step. That's why living in the present moment is our most powerful thing. Doing this connection when you wake up in the morning, when you go to bed at night, having it as a practice, observing as a portal rather than a problem. Hell no, I wouldn't choose anything painful, scary, stressful, especially cancer. What do I choose? Let your heart guide you. And from your heart, what does your heart desire? First golden rule. What does my heart desire when I'm scared, when I'm angry, when I can't let go of the past? My dad did this, and like him, I'm angry. What do you choose in the face of this? That's the key. I'm working with so many people that are diagnosed with cancer right now. I'm working with this one person who literally, I just said exactly what they said. My dad is so angry and I'm just like him. Would you choose that? Of course not. What do you choose? And it's amazing what's happening to this person. A peace, a calm, a compassion, an understanding. Raising the consciousness of this subconscious pattern. I can be myself. Once you know what your heart desires, and let's say I'm listening to my heart says, I desire to feel confident. Yeah, I desire to feel confident. Actually, the session that I did with myself this morning was, I'm comfortable in my skin. That's what came through me. And so I am comfortable in my skin. I made an intention. I'm comfortable in my skin this morning. After you make the intention of what your heart desires, you set that intention as if you're already there. Because the subconscious mind isn't thinking, it's just reacting. Guide it to what you desire, guide it to its fullest potential. If you are already where you desire to be, you could say the two most powerful words that you put in front of any other word is I am. So for me this morning, I'm comfortable in my skin. We so often say, oh, I am angry. I am frustrated. I am sad. I am dumb. I am fat. I'm a failure. I am worthless. And the body hears it. And the universe hears it. No judgment. It just does. That's a program. Nobody chooses that. Those thoughts are a program. They're a buried memory that's not processed yet. Yet is the operative word. Once you know what you desire, the last part is to begin using your imagination. Science has shown us that people that visualize doing things, let alone actually doing things, creates a neurological change in the brain. If I see myself shooting free throws, if I imagine it, the parts of the brain that actually form from shooting free throws are activated. And we actually get better at shooting free throws. The same thing goes with your immune system. When you imagine yourself being your authentic self, not changing who I am to make other people feel comfortable, but being, who am I? Who am I? I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm comfortable in my skin. And how does that feel? And for me, the feeling is expansive. I feel so expansive. That's the energy. Boom. These 4 steps are so powerful to implement every single day. Every single day. These 4 beautiful steps can be applied to create positive focus and positive change. They do not reprogram the subconscious mind. There's other steps that are involved, but they're effective in keeping you present, keeping you in your power, and giving you morsels that enable the helpless or hopeless circumstances to become something different than the reactive experience that they are. The essence of life, which is absolutely fascinating, is that we don't perceive truth. We perceive what we believe. Below the surface of your awareness, there are beliefs that you don't even know are there. And when these beliefs, I call them core limiting beliefs, when they are triggered, everything about you becomes reactive. Your behavior, your biology, the way you see yourself, the way you see the world, the way you speak to yourself, the way you speak to others. Now, what's amazing is that the core of every limiting belief is a buried treasure. At the core of every limiting belief is a core of infinite potential. Rather than being helpless to these invisible limiting beliefs that live on a core level of our subconscious mind, we have a way to create a change in our perception. And when we change the way we view things, when we begin to see the portal rather than the problem, the things that we're perceiving start to change. I'm working with a little boy right now. He's 5. He has a cancerous tumor in the center of his brain. I've been supporting him and his mama, doing free sessions with them because they're doing it on their own. They just went back to Washington, D.C. to be evaluated, and the tumor has not only shrunk, but it's become less dense on the scans. The body knows how to heal. I'm not treating cancer. I'm using the LifeLine with muscle reflex testing to get to the core of every limiting belief that's buried in all of us. It doesn't matter the age of a person. the gender, what they do, what they don't do. This is a human conversation that we are boldly and compassionately having a conversation about, rather than letting it be a pink elephant and just look at it from the outside, rather than letting it victimize us, even though, man, it is so absolutely intense. I would love if anybody would like to go through a process. I would love to guide you through an experience. If you would like to go through an experience, you can just raise your hand, and I'd be happy to do that. Evelyn?
Yeah?
Hi, sweetheart. In love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude.
Thank you so much for going through this process with me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, as you right now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to guide you through a process. And we always go through a lifeline intentionally. We always want to set an intention. So now that I talked about those 4 steps from part 2, you're going to see me guide Evelyn through those 4 parts. Evelyn, connect to your body. Is your body speaking to you with any physical symptoms?
Yes.
Are you okay talking about it?
Yes.
What physical symptoms is your body expressing?
I have cysts in my ovaries.
When you connect to the cyst in your ovaries and the impact that it's having with you, Evelyn, just so I can appreciate where you're at, my friend, 10 is it's the worst, 0 is nothing. What do you rate the cyst in your ovaries?
8.
Thank you. Evelyn, I'm going to have you shift right now, and I'm going to have you observe your life. I'm going to have you observe the relationships and circumstances of your life that cause you to be stressed. You'll notice that you immediately begin to think about certain people and situations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the key here is you don't have to talk about this, okay? That's the beauty of LifeLine. It's non-content. But I want you to bring out the emotion associated with the stress in your life. As you're thinking about the people, as you're thinking about what's happened, what you hope happens or doesn't happen, as you're connecting to the stress in your life, Evelyn, what emotion does it cause you to feel?
Scared.
As you're connecting to this scared emotion and just acknowledging what it is that you're scared of happening, what do you rate that scared feeling on a scale of 0 to 10? 0 is nothing, 10's the worst.
9.
Infinite love and gratitude. Let's do this. Infinite love and gratitude. Good job. Now I'm going to ask you a question, Evelyn. We call it the truth question, otherwise known as the $1 million question. Evelyn, if you were given the opportunity where you could create your life, a day or a moment, would you ever choose to create it, having cysts or feeling scared on any level? Would you choose this?
No.
The answer is hell no.
Hell no.
Right, it's hell no. No way. Right, it's this most ridiculous question. But here's the beauty. Oh yeah, wait, I'm aware. My conscious mind's the aware mind. My conscious mind can choose. I'm aware of something I wouldn't choose. Oh, I found the portal to my subconscious mind. This is reactive in nature. The cyst and the scared are the reactive parts of me. That's the subconscious. It doesn't choose. It doesn't judge. When it gets triggered, I become the reactive version of myself. And it shows up as cysts and scared. And I'm very confident, my beautiful friend, that if you could create a change in this reactive part of you, that you would like to do that right now.
Yes.
Big time. And we're going to do that right now. There's 2 rules. Number 1, focus where you're going. Not what you want to get rid of, not what you want to get away from, not what you want to make go away. I get it. We don't want the cyst, we don't want the scared, but what we focus on grows. We're going to connect to our hearts right now. Hand in the I love you posture, put it over your heart. Inside of your heart is your highest self, is your best self. That's your leader right now, Evelyn. In the face of feeling really scared, what is it that your very best self desires to feel? Focus where you're going. What is it that your very best self right now desires to feel?
Whole.
I love it. Now we know what your heart desires, and this is our one singular focus. That's all we're focusing on, is whole. Now the second golden rule is make that desire an intention as if we're already there. And if you were already there, whole, you know what you could say? I am whole. Go ahead and say it.
I am whole.
I am whole.
I am whole.
Everyone do it. I am whole.
I am whole.
Infinite love and gratitude.
I love and gratitude.
Now, Evelyn, I know that this statement is not random. I know that there is meaning in this, just like there's meaning in the conversation in your body and the emotions. In the next step in creating the positive focus and change for you is about imagination. And right now, are you open? Are you ready? Are you willing to use your imagination? Your imagination is much bigger than the world you're currently living in. Are you open, ready, and willing to use your imagination?
Yes.
How does it feel to imagine yourself in the future where you're living a life where you are whole? And your body reflects it, your heart reflects it, your relationship reflects it. Your life is the fullest manifestation and reflection of I am whole. How does it feel, Evelyn, to imagine yourself being the I am whole Evelyn?
Radiant and trusting.
Oh, I love it. Where do you feel that radiant and trusting feeling right now in your body?
I feel it at the very bottom, like this very center of my stomach.
Do you know what that, the very center of your stomach?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that feeling is?
Me being radiant.
Yeah, but it's real medicine.
Mm.
That is actual chemistry in your body. That is the chemistry of I am whole. You just activated it. It's already begun. The fact that you could feel it lets you know that the I am whole Evelyn's already inside of you, and that is real medicine. Now, we're going to check what is called a core limiting belief so that you can start to make a change on a subconscious level. Now, everyone, I'm using muscle testing. Muscle testing is how we communicate. I can do another webinar on muscle testing. Now, you know what? I'll send you a free video on muscle testing. You guys will get to see what muscle testing is all about. It's really awesome. I'll send something out in an email. You'll love it. But is there a core limiting belief? There is. Now, beliefs, Evelyn, are held in our light body, otherwise known as our chakras. Mm-hmm. So we want to discover what light body, what chakra is resonating with this core limiting belief that's causing you to feel scared and expressing itself in the physical way that it is. Is it in your first, second, third chakra? In love and gratitude. Now, the third chakra is all about power. It's all about power. And where does power come from, Evelyn? Inside or outside?
Inside.
Big time, my friend. Give me 5. Bam. Love and gratitude. Comes inside. Exactly. So that's what you're doing, is you're raising the power that's already within you. The self-worth, the self-value, the self-esteem. That's what third chakra is all about. So I'm going to get fashionable, and I'm going to put on yellow glasses. And the yellow glasses represent the third chakra because the color of the third chakra is yellow. Evelyn and everybody else, touch your hair and then go in with love and gratitude. In love and gratitude. We're now seeing through the eyes of I am whole. Everything's energy. Light energy, sound energy. Touch your hair. In love and gratitude. Go for it, Evelyn. In love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude.
Good. We're hearing through the ears of I am whole. Take a deep breath in. Smell this. It's like you're in an orchard of citrus trees. Oh, I like it. Touch your hair in love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude.
Smelling and tasting in an I am whole feeling, radiant and trusting way. Put your hand over your solar plexus, right over your gut, and then touch your hair and go in love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude.
Now, I have a question. Are you ready for a big change?
Yes.
Excellent. Let's do it. Fire, earth, metal element. Touch your hair in love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude.
Now, the metal element has to do with strength and stability. Metal's really strong. And guess what, Evelyn? So are you. You're really strong. You're safe. You're protected. You have the ability to bend if necessary. Be the metal element. Apply it to your life. The scared situations, see yourself being strong and stable like metal. Touch your hair. Go like this. In love and gratitude. There's a specific emotion here. 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 30, 21 through 25, 21, 22, 23. Evelyn, when I bring up the concept of fear of independence, I want you to pay attention to your first and immediate thoughts. No matter what or who you think about, wherever fear of independence takes you, let me know that you're connected to this concept by saying out loud, infinite love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude.
Go like this, infinite love and gratitude.
Love and gratitude. Love and gratitude.
Fear of independence, there's another emotion, specific. 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 30, 31 through 40, 41 through 50, 51 through 60, 51 through 55, 51, 52, 53, 54. Infinite love and gratitude.
Love and gratitude.
Evelyn, when I bring up the concept of hasty action, notice your first and immediate thoughts, no matter what or who you think about, wherever hasty action takes you, let me know that you're connected by going infinite love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude.
Yeah. Hasty action, there's another emotion, it's specific. 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 30, 31 through 40, 41 through 50, 51 through 60, 61 through 70, 61 through 65, 61, 62. Infinite love and gratitude.
Love and gratitude.
When I bring up the concept of self-punishment, notice your first and immediate thoughts. No matter what or who you think about, wherever self-punishment takes you, let me know you're connected to self-punishment, Evelyn, by saying out loud, infinite love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude.
Touch your hair, love and gratitude. Love and gratitude. Self-punishment, emotion, element, core limiting belief. So I want to explain something to you, okay? I want to explain something to you that you would otherwise never understand because it's subconscious, it's invisible, it's below the surface. There's a core limiting belief. It's been living in your third chakra. When it gets triggered, you don't know where your power comes from, and you look outside of yourself to feel valued or valuable. It's a pattern of low self-esteem that gets triggered. And then you run patterns of I'm not enough. And rather than being strong and stable like metal, you feel weak and instability on a core level. Rather than bending, you think you're going to break. And you automatically, no choice, reactively see yourself and the world around you through a lens. Fear of independence, hasty action, self-punishment. And this creates stress. You attract people that match that energy and circumstances. And what do you feel? Really scared. And when your heart's beating with these emotions, your brain produces chemicals that match them. They're called the molecules of emotion. And these molecules course through your blood and bind to the receptors of your cells, and your cells are forming new cells, not based upon what's going on, but based upon the perception of fear of independence, hasty action, and self-punishment. And here's a conversation called cis. And the cis and the scared is not the truth of who you are. No way. The truth of who you are, I'm whole, feeling radiant and trusting. In life, Evelyn, we just don't perceive truth. We perceive what we believe. So we've got our oxygen mask on. We got our wetsuit on. Let's go below the surface. Is there a concept of an original occurrence? Yes. We're going to go into the subconscious mind now and go, is it this lifetime? It is. Conception to 10? Yes. Conception to 5? No. Is it 6 years of age? 7 years of age? 8 years of age? Go like this, in love and gratitude. Now, Evelyn, what I've discovered is that the core of every symptom, stress, and disease pattern is a memory that is not fully processed. That memory that's not fully processed is emotionally charged. And that emotionally charged memory that we're working with stems from when you were 8 years of age. Now, when you were 8, there were circumstances that were going on in life that caused people to reactively think and feel and speak and behave in a fear of independence, hasty action, and self-punishment way. When you were 8, which is way different than who you are now, you did not have the tools or life experiences to draw from to say, yeah, but all you people that have fear of independence, hasty action, and self-punishment, I am whole, I'm feeling radiant and trusting, power on the inside, strong and stable like metal. At 8, you didn't have this consciousness. And you didn't have an environment that could teach you or guide you, mother you or father you, parent you with self-esteem. They didn't know their own self-esteem. They were learning their own self-esteem. And your subconscious created a gap. And you've been living in the gap ever since. And it's been broadcasting in an emotional cancer way. Changing who you are at the expense of yourself to make other people feel comfortable. That's an 8-year-old. It's not you. That's not you. No way, my friend. That's an 8-year-old. For the very first time in your life, right now, embrace her. She's been showing up in a scared way. Embrace her in an I am whole way. Let this innermost reactive, scared, dark part of you feel radiant. Let this inner part of you feel the trusting energy that's in you. And as you are, let me know by saying out loud, infinite love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude. Infinite love and gratitude. Great job, Evelyn. You're doing awesome. Infinite love and gratitude. Infinite love and gratitude.
Love and gratitude.
Great job. Infinite love and gratitude. Let's give her a voice. Let's give the 8-year-old a voice right now. I invite you to repeat, regardless of feeling scared.
Regardless of feeling scared.
I'm now choosing to feel radiant and trusting.
To feel radiant and trusting.
Infinite love and gratitude.
Infinite love and gratitude.
Regardless of feeling scared.
Of feeling scared.
Changing who I am.
Changing who I am.
For others.
For others.
At the expense of myself.
At the expense of myself.
I'm now choosing to feel radiant and trusting.
To feel radiant and trusting.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. See, feel here, activate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go like this. In love and gratitude. In love and gratitude. And Evelyn, go ahead and stand up. And walk and breathe. We do this because it gets the energy in motion, activates the brain. I am whole.
I am whole.
Feeling radiant and trusting.
Feeling radiant and trusting.
From the inside out.
From the inside out.
Beautiful. Welcoming the 8-year young part of you to her fullest potential. Go like this. In love and gratitude.
Gratitude.
In love and gratitude. You're awesome. Have a seat, my friend. Welcome home. Hey, Evelyn, I want you to take this moment to be an observer. Meaning just notice and be aware. Observe how it feels to be here right now. Describe the feeling that you're having.
I'm actually feeling like arms are being wrapped around me and like love. I'm feeling love. I'm feeling love for myself and peace.
You know, the reason that's so beautiful, the reason that I'm having you observe is that's what your conscious mind does. It observes, and its awareness gives us choice. And this choice of what we're aware of can help us to create change in our life, positive change. At the beginning, I had you observe things you'd never choose. Hell no. I wouldn't choose to have cis. I wouldn't choose to feel scared on any level, let alone a 9 out of 10. That wasn't you. That was the portal that we went into, and an I am whole, feeling radiant and trusting way. We found an 8-year-old at the core of it, and we raised the vibration of your third chakra. Evelyn, as you think about your life right now, as you think about the circumstances and stress that's been causing you to feel scared, 9 out of 10, really tune into it. Really think about the people and what's been happening that's caused you to have been feeling so scared. Notice how it feels to tune into this right now comparatively to when we first began. Evelyn, does that feel the same to you?
No.
What feels different?
I feel like the same arms that wrap me around in love is wrapping arms around that situation.
Welcome to the life of I Am Whole. Great job. That was a lifeline. It was a shortened version of a lifeline. And that was really beautiful. Now, write down, I am whole, feeling radiant and trusting. That's your affirmation. Make it 100 times today. Journal on it. What's the action step of I am whole? Like, really get into it. Do things that make you feel good. Have things go through the filter of like, oh, what does the highest self-esteem of Evelyn choose? Right? And really practice it. I so appreciate you giving me this opportunity to hold the space with you. You're so beautiful and you're so amazing. And you are whole. My pleasure. In love and gratitude. Yeah, that's real medicine. That is. It's real medicine. In love and gratitude. So I went a little bit over because this was supposed to be an hour, but it's kind of like Darren time. I sometimes do that. I'm not always aware of time and space, so I just do what I need to do so that we can just have the fullest LifeLine experience. But, you know, I am so grateful and I'm so honored to be able to share my passion and my knowledge of my own life experiences with you. And my hope is that this has been something that has been a benefit for you, that it has made a positive impact for you to see yourself and to see the real deal circumstances of life that are the real painful and the real stressful, but that you can make a change in them. Those of you that would like to learn more about how to learn the Lifeline, to apply it for your life, whether it be Lifeline sessions or joining me in the Lifeline certification program, there are people from all around the world. Rhonda's a part of the Lifeline certification training program that begins on May 9th. If you want to learn about it, you can go to the Lifeline Center website. So it's www, and then it's THE, and then lifelinecenter.com, thelifelinecenter.com. And on the front page, it shows you different ways that you can go about learning the Lifeline. There's different packages, silver, gold, or platinum. For those of you that want to be a part and you're like, I want to become a certified Lifeline practitioner like Dottie or Cindy, you know, like Cindy L in Canada, you know, Cindy P in Washington, you know, like Lilia, those people that want to learn it, you can. We have a full package and we've got ways to support you in the process of learning it online, just like this same kind of platform. Be on the lookout for an email. I'm going to be sending you some cool gifts. I'm going to send you something on MRT and probably some other cool things as well. And in our next webinar that will be coming up, and you can just check on my Dr. Darren Weissman professional page, I'm going to talk about thought viruses. And I'm going to go into a deep dive on what it means to have a virally infected mind and how to recognize those thought viruses and how to create a change in them, because you can. And I so appreciate each and every one of you. Have yourself a gorgeous rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and keep shining bright. I've unmuted each other, everyone. Each other with love and gratitude. With gratitude.
Thank you, Darren.
Gratitude.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you, Cindy, Wendy. Great to see you. Say to my love you. With love and gratitude.
Love you.
Cindy, love and gratitude.